Good morning, my happy hour back. Here's the plan. The plan is for me not to do anything stupid today. Let's see if we can stick to that one. Apart from that, the builder is going to try and fix the pump and filter system that I tried to cripple yesterday. There will be more work on ceilings. There will be more work on downspouts. There will be more work on, I don't know what else. The kitchen, probably. What, apart from me, could possibly go wrong? Let's start with a couple of comments and questions that were in the comments overnight. The incredibly well-named None of Your Business asked why so many downspouts in this very short area. Well, I can't give you a fully scientific answer. The simple answer is because all of the roof for the main house and then again over the gym, all of it slopes towards where we are. So all of the water that's going to come down in heavy downpours, in typhoons, is going to be hopefully coming this way, providing the gutters are big enough and can handle it all. Which means that there will be a lot of water potentially gathering particularly over the roof, over the gym and the patio, because it's all going to be coming down from the main roof onto that, almost all. So we need a lot of downspouts. Now, I don't know the science, I don't know if anybody's sat there and done a calculation to say this is how much rainwater we might have to deal with in a given moment, and therefore we need this kind of spacing. But that's the answer. A lot of water potentially heading down this way. Rick Sanchez asked along the lines of, is it just me, or does this look more like an office building than a traditional house? What a ridiculous comment. Except, of course, it's not. It's perfectly valid. It's an opinion. Now, we've looked at those renderings yesterday at the front of the house. I think we're going to be agreeing that that's pretty close to what we're looking for. Does that look like an office building or a shopping mall? Well, that's personal opinion. Nothing wrong with that. So I hope, in the end, it does look more like a house. Albeit, yes, it will be a hopefully relatively modern looking house. But if in the end people think that looks like an office building or a shopping mall, well, that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that kind of comment, which is purely opinion. So hopefully in the end we won't agree. Some people might still think it is reminiscent of something that isn't a home. The pool, there have been signs of life, of water getting pumped back around into the jets. So the builder thinks they can repair the damage that this dummy did yesterday. We will see if they can complete that task. We will be having a conversation with him in a little while about the whole issue of how deep our pump is going, how powerful it is. Unfortunately, the other gentleman that came to look at our possible system the other day is not able to make it today, but we can pass on the message and let's see where we go with that. Do we need to go considerably deeper down into the groundwater at a cost? But that cost then hopefully reduces our bills for filtration. That's the next step of the process. Still on the subject of downspouts, they are now working on the ones upstairs at the back of the house. So one already attached and the second one getting prepared. There was another great question from Darren Wally, and I'm going to walk in a little bit here so you can see. It was a great question just because it was the same question that I've asked. and I don't have an answer yet. Yesterday and the day before, we talked a little bit about the fact that these brackets have now been attached to hold the drain pipes up against the wall. And Darren asked why they'd done that before any kind of finishing on the wall, even skim coat, painting, whatever. I don't know yet, Darren. Brilliant question. I'm going to ask it again. The dynamic duo of O'Donnell and Original Rico still working on ceilings in the gym, well, really now moving into the spa area. So these panels are continuing to be installed in the dining room. We've got Original Rico and somebody new over there. I don't recognise him, don't know him yet. Putting in the PVC panels for the kind of central-ish area of the ceiling here. Mr. Rene in the main kitchen, putting in the concrete countertop for this small counter at the back of the kitchen where the wall to the pantry is. And if you're averse to bright lights, look away. A little bit of welding going on here on the kitchen island. The bedroom at the front of the house on the northeast corner. Mr. William was in here a moment ago, just stepped away. Most of the mud and tape in here looks like it's done. A little bit more still to do. You see maybe at this end, not quite reaching the end yet, and still more drill holes or screw holes to be filled in. So there's more to be done here, but good progress. Yesterday we showed the renderings of the front of the house that we just received from the builder. Had a chat with my beautiful Asawa, and we think we're pretty close. Those renderings are pretty close to what we're looking for. There, of course, was not entire agreement between the two of us. But as suggested yesterday, after a long and difficult negotiation, we compromised and decided on her version. It's honestly was very close to what I was going to do anyway, or would have done anyway. Just a little bit more of the light brown paneling, I suppose. A little bit more over on the left side as we're facing it. But ultimately, very, very close to those renderings. I'll stick it up again here, and you can have a look just to remind yourselves of what we think this will look like. Will it be a home, a house, or an office block, or a shopping mall? Let me know. What do you think? My apologies. Another day has completely run away from us. I had to go and start my process for a permanent residency visa, which in my case means getting an extension from my Balikbayan visa, which is the one that if you arrive in the Philippines with your Philippine spouse, you can ask for that, and usually you'll get 12 months. But my 12 months is coming to an end, so I need an extension to that one. And then we've started the process to apply for the 13A permanent residency, which again, you need a Philippine spouse for that to work. I could talk more about visas. If anybody is interested, drop me a note. Here at the house, upstairs, we now have what looks like most of the downspouts, not all of them, are attached into the gutters. There were a number of comments about downspouts and gutters, and one that I don't think I've addressed yet is the size of these downspouts. They are 4-inch diameter, 10 centimetre, and again, they're trying to deal with a lot of possible water coming down in the event of a typhoon, or just heavy rainstorms here can be very, very, very heavy. So upstairs now, on this side, which is where all the water should end up, mostly they're done. I think there's still at least one I can see, which needs to be over in that corner above the balcony on that bedroom, and there might be one or two more. Yes, there are two more small ones that need to be affixed to the slightly elevated section of the main roof. Inside the gym and spa, all of the roof panels, the gypsum board is now in place, with the exception, like in every room, of the one area over where the air conditioner will go. They will come back to that at a later time. This is the dirty kitchen, where they have now poured the kitchen countertop all the way around. And that's a problem, because over there's an oven, and it doesn't go under a kitchen countertop. So tomorrow, they're going to have to come back and do a cutout just there. They did know about it. That's a mistake. In the main kitchen, we now have all the kitchen countertops all the way around the outside, all done, and the kitchen island now has the slightly raised height area on this corner and extending along the far side, which will be the breakfast bar. We did have a conversation about this earlier on today, about the height of that, and initially it was considerably higher, but we've made an adjustment. We think this is going to be high enough. The ceiling in the dining room, everything's in. Once again, except here, where the air conditioning will be. My guess is this will be the next one that they pay attention to. This is the living room. So when you come in the front door, that's on the left. Upstairs, this is the master bedroom, which is still the last remaining bedroom, with the ceiling frame and woodwork not quite finished. All the others, all done. Mr. William's been busy with mud and tape and has now finished this bedroom at the front of the house on the north-east corner. It does look like we've got a new decorative feature in the living room. I haven't seen that in the renderings before. With no pump running all day and a lack of chemicals going in, the pool has gone rather green again. We did not have the discussion with the builder in the end about what we're going to do about the pump and the filters, and maybe trying to dig very considerably deeper to get clean water. That has had to be postponed until tomorrow. So we'll hopefully get some kind of resolution to that. I'm not sure yet, but it may be that tomorrow we're going to head out on a shopping trip down towards Manila. If we do, there might be a very brief bit of video in the morning, and if we get back in time, I'll do a wrap up at the end of the day. Don't be surprised though if there is no video following this one for a day. But that's it. A day that we've missed, mostly. A day in which it seems as though they can rescue the existing pump and filter system, although it's not yet fully confirmed. Lots more going on with drainage, lots more still going on with ceilings. I did get a comment, and I'll throw this in. I did get a comment, and it may have been just in jest, saying from somebody they really wanted one of the t-shirts. If anybody is serious about wanting t-shirts, I think to begin with, we would have to limit it only to the Philippines, because if I try and do individual shipping to the US or Europe or anywhere outside the Philippines, it's probably going to be prohibitive. But if anybody's serious about having a Philippines 4.0 t-shirt, drop me in a comment and we'll see if it's worth getting a few printed up, and then what kind of price we'd have to look at to make it worthwhile. Stick a comment in. Okay, end of the day. Maybe see you tomorrow.